There. Yeah.
Oi, oi!
Okay, so we got visual. So this is the Golden Rathian. Wait, hold on. No, it does. Hold on. Let me remove the layered armor.
Oh!
What happened? I mean, I'm watching the stream. It's pretty decent, right? Yeah, so that yeah. It kicks like all like and it kicks in like way more often than the level 3. Golden Rathian. Let's go check it out. So a good way to tell most of the time is if you go to like your investigations. Yeah, because like it will show you the minimum level. So if you target Gold Rathian. Who? Someone invited me to a party? Oh, okay. So ranked 70 it seems like. I think you're 50 something? Yeah, 70. Probably that means Silver Rathalos is there too. It's alright, man. Like, you don't be in a rush to fight Golden Rathian. She's a bit of a bitch. Like, I got used to the fight, but yeah, I got my ass kicked so many times. It's a lot of cool stuff that... Plus the armor is like, it's like the Huntsman armor, so I was pretty excited when I saw it. But gold. This is the Silver Rathalos one right there. It's actually pretty dope looking. Yeah. This one is the armor that you're gonna want if you are for situations that you're doing elemental damage. because it's got this perk right there, which is true critical element. Yeah, that's gonna make a big difference with your damage with elemental stuff. So like that's no, I was like so if you like check out, these are my, oh, let me show you how I have my loadouts. So these are my loadouts right there, and I have, so these are my bows. My bows are based on mostly elemental damage. So if you see, like, this one is based on dragon attack. Yeah, so like I mean, I've had the parts here and there. So the reason it's like I have true critical element, and then also critical affinity is also gonna contribute to critical elemental damage. That's why, like, you don't see any like really raw attack skills, but you do see dragon attack, just so I can increase that that elemental damage in that scenario. So it's like if I equip it, like as you can see, I have I have enough. I have 4 pieces of the, well, actually I have 3 pieces of the Silver Rathalos armor. The reason I have 4th is because with the Safi'jiiva weapons you could put an essence of any of the armor sets. So if you see on the bottom right, it says Silver Rathalos essence. So I get to bypass 1 piece of armor because I have it here on the weapon. Because like the stats, although the bonus is nice, the stats of the actual 4 pieces of the armor is pretty crap. I mean, like, for level 2 you get Slinger Ammo Secret, which means you carry more when you pick up stuff from the ground to shoot, which I like. Well, when you know the flint shots, you use up all of it. Yeah, but see, with this you get you still keep some. With this Slinger Ammo, yeah, secret, you get to, like, I think when I pick up, like, you know those seeds on the plants, I think I pick up about 30. Yeah, well, no, when you pick up without this one, the seeds, you get 15. And when you use the flint shot, I think it uses whatever the max is without it. So if I have 30, I'll use half. So after that I still have seeds. And the thing with the bow here, like, let me show you a couple of things, since you were interested in the bow not too long ago. It's a cool weapon, man. It just takes, yeah, it takes a lot of practice and a lot of deaths. So let me, I think, does this one have the change objects? Oh no. Well, for instance, like, this attack is what really, oh, by the way, any items that you use in the training area don't get consumed. So like this attack is just bomb. So like, let me see something. So in this build, I don't use the Dragon Piercer because I have the spread shots enhanced. So that's why I do like when you, I don't know if you've seen me when we're doing like fights and I have the bow. I basically like do that, like attack, slide, let go, spread shot. So the spread shot is gonna boost all of these attacks for me, And the reason and the thing with the bow, so I used to when I first started, I was like, oh man, like aiming this reticle every time I slide is a pain in the ass, right? Well, if you point it and then you slide and you don't move your camera, like you'll keep shooting that way without moving. Yeah, so like, see, like right there, I'm aiming at that little white thing. I let go, I slide, I'm not touching the camera. See how he keeps pointing there automatically? Yeah. And then, like, sadly, we don't have any enemies here, but the amount of damage this thing does is ridiculous. So there is doing 45 on that one arrow, but that's because it's far away, so it already lost efficiency. But I've seen it, so like, I've seen this thing, like, when I hit a monster from up close, I think it's about, what, like 6 arrows that he shoots simultaneously? Something like that, and each arrow does like 100 something, and you can keep doing that repeatedly. Like, it's just super strong if you know how to. I've seen like speedrunners, like they'll line up a monster. Let's say this was a monster, like they'd make him chase, and they just put a trap right there just to keep him steady for a few seconds, and like they just keep like spamming that thing like that. Oh, it's badass. And yeah, like they're done with the fights like in 2-3 minutes because it's just crazy amount of damage. But yeah, that also means like since they're kind of like glass cannons, if anything goes wrong, like 2 hits and they're dead. Yeah, so that's the downside, but no, they'll only post a good stuff. Of course. There must be bloopers out there. I mean, there is this channel that I follow. They have like a segment on their channel called what is it, like when Monster Hunter goes wrong or some shit like that. It's funny ass things like oh, you know, that last time we were fighting Karen in Coral Reef. So you were fighting him, like you had already reached him when he was like, oh, like you had to jump all the way down into these nets and whatnot. And I was trying to catch up. You were already fighting down there, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's cool. I'm just gonna jump down. As soon as I jumped off the platform, I got brought down with lightning from all the way down there. Like, if that's not broken, I don't know what is. Like, I was like, really? Oh, that is so douchey. Oh man, I should have saved the video. But yeah, I was like, okay, yeah. So like, see, like, yeah, I've spent a lot of time like to get all these builds. I have a glaive somewhere. Yeah, see, this one is for thunder damage. A glaive with thunder damage. But see, I'm putting the skills just as I would do for like a longsword or a bow, so I'm pretty sure I'm not doing it right. Like, I don't even have, I mean, I do have airborne. But yeah, I mean, where do you even get the... Yeah, I don't even know where you get the... So when I'm fighting, most of the time, I only worry about red and white. I don't really like pay much attention to purple. If I get it, it's because it was an accident, but... Do you ever do this attack? I don't think I've ever seen you doing that. The plunge. Like, he like goes straight down. Yeah. Yeah. And like, I also do a lot of like, you know, I do that attack and come up top, grab, and then soften. See, like now my damage, like right there, This thing surprisingly does. Like I never can. Like, a lot of times, like when I've used this, the tail just falls off. I'm like, shit! I already did that much damage to the tail. Like, the fuck did that come from? It's only happened a couple times, but yeah, I don't use this build enough to really know what the fuck I'm doing with it. But yeah, hope, like I wish the share play would work so I could. Yeah. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, anytime. Boy.